Yo, what's going on, internet? Welcome back to more Duels Origins. If you noticed, when I first started putting out videos for Duels Origins, they say Magic Duels first takes. And now, for every first take, there's a second take. So we're going to go back and revisit the red-green ramp deck. And it's not going to be like any radical changes. This is more for, just for other people to get in the mind of, how a deck is first built. Like, you look at the first takes and then, how it evolves over time. So really, all I did to this particular deck is I took out a Zendikar's Roil, went down to 2. I took out a Twin Bolt, and I took out 2 Acid Moss. In its place, I put in 1 Fiery Conclusion because we have 12... I guess 13 with Reclamation Sage creatures we want to sacrifice to it. Like, I had 2 conclusions, and sometimes it just, like, the game where I drew 2 conclusions, like, I actually didn't end up using any of them. Because we also, have Leap that wants to eat our creatures as well. So I think, with just like 12/13 dispensable creatures, that just 1 conclusion is fine. We have the Twin Bolt for, the mini idiots are getting, Thopter tokens out of the way. And we have the Miser's Reclamation Sage because, yes, auras are everywhere. And, it's something that can be got with Belor. And then we got rid of... And then we added 2 Kird Chieftains. They're alright, it's something else to do at 4 mana. And actually, going Chieftain into Ignition, I mean, a 4-power Chieftain is, this could just be a Wrath. Ignition doesn't necessarily need to be a finisher. You can just Wrath the shit out of your opponent. So, having an additional way to, set up a turn 5 Ignition rather than, waiting for Incarnate or, turn 4 Incarnate, hope it lives, and then ignition that way. So it's just something else. And, giving something trample, like, giving anything, making your Visionaries and Mirrors, and even on defense, your Gatekeeper Vines better. Obviously, giving an Outland Colossus trample is a pretty big deal. And a huge Incarnate. And the good thing is, it gives +2 to the ass as well. Will not work with Gaia's Revenge, because Kird Chieftain is red. And Gaia's Revenge can only be countered or targeted by green sources. So we didn't really change the mana at all. I know some people say, I run Roil, so why am I not running Evolving Wilds? Well, I'm not going to run Evolving Wilds just for 2 Zendikar's Roils, and also as a way to protect Nissa. Like, how you protect Nissa is if your 7th land, like, you play your 7th land and you have an Evolving Wilds on the field, and they respond to the Nissa trigger, then you can just crack Evolving Wilds, and technically another 7th land will enter the field, and it'll re-trigger her again. But, just for 3 cards, I don't think Evolving Wilds is worth it, because you do want to draw, a lot of lands. I mean, granted, we have... the Vines, Nissa herself, and the 4 Pilgrimage. But aside from that, you still want to naturally draw some amount of lands, and I think just thinning the shit out of your deck in a ramp deck is not where you want to be for, that kind of marginal effect. And now also, here I got my my iPad here open. Someone messaged me the other day and saying there is a poster who posted on some message board. And, some stuff, and you didn't mention anyone by name, so I won't mention this poster by name. But, disagreeing thoughts on, Evolutionary Leap and Ravaging Blaze, and brought up YouTube users, so didn't single anyone out, so let's see if I can find it. Now, when he said Evolutionary Leap, he started spouting off all these percentages and whatnot. Yes, in decks that want Evolutionary Leap, the second one being a dead draw is not that big a deal. In this deck, I don't think this is a double leap deck. This is just a value card. The deck doesn't revolve around it. Like, I would relent and say, in Elves, like, Elves could probably use 2 leaps. Like, having the second leap be a dead draw is not that big a deal. Like, in the Golgari list that Hakeem recently posted, like, yeah, I would absolutely run 2 Evolutionary Leaps in that. But, like, in this deck, like, I don't think you need it. It's just a value card, just like, Flame Shadow Conjuring here is a value card. Like, it's good when you draw it, and the deck still functions when you don't. So I don't think you need to go all out and double leap. And let's see what he wrote here. I want to see what I can find. And then I'll get to the Ravaging Leap one. I don't know. I can't find it. Anyways, like, it spouted off a bunch of percentages. Oh, here we go. Why wouldn't you want to double your chances of drawing this card? Well, I explained that already. And by running 2, blah, blah, double your chance of having a card. Math nerd alert, 1 copy of a card gives you 16% chance, blah, blah, blah. Basically just all these percentages, and that's fucking great. You can spout all the percentages in the world that you want. It still does not erase the fact that the second evolutionary leap is dead if you already have one active on the field. That's all I said. So, I mean, and then also the Ravaging Blaze. Here, I'll probably read this one. First, let's go to Ravaging Blaze. It's basically a bad Volcanic Geyser, but then it becomes a way better Volcanic Geyser when you have Spell Mastery. So no Spell Mastery, it's a terrible Volcanic Geyser. Spell Mastery, it is an infinitely better Volcanic Geyser. So, okay, so let's read what this person wrote. I need to pause for a moment to defend a certain card, Ravaging Blaze. I watch a lot of YouTube Duels content, and last week I've heard some very popular YouTubers put down Ravaging Blade. They make a typical logical error. They assume all the way the card isn't good and ignore what happens when the card is good. Now that's an error right there. That's a logic error right there. Like, I said Ravaging Blaze was bad. I didn't say, when it's good, it's good. But, does that outweigh the times that when it's bad? Like, I mean, there are a lot of cards that are good. Fucking, here, I'll go to a card that's good. Let's see here. Capsho Kite Fins. You know what? That fucking card can be great when it's great, but how many times when the card is bad is when it's great, is that going to be worth all the times the card is bad? So that's what most of us are saying, at least what I'm saying about Ravaging Blaze. The times that is good aren't going to outweigh the times when it isn't that good. So, yes, it has a very good effect to get there. You certainly, have to really build around it to get Spell Mastery. And this person even admits he warped his red-green deck around this card. He has 18 instants and sorceries, whereas we have 2, 6, 8. So this isn't even a Ravaging Blaze deck, which is why, maybe I just put it down like when I first, I'm not going to go back and watch all my videos. But, that's why I was kind of down on the card. Like, it just doesn't fit in this deck at all. We'd have to really, start taking shit out and make sure we can reliably achieve Spell Mastery for this to be good. Otherwise, it's just a bad Volcanic Geyser. And then, for all the, my counters, like, if they get rid of the creature, then the Spell Mastery half just fizzles. They're like, well, you got rid of their creature anyways. I'm like, well, yeah, in most cases, when you're casting a huge Ravaging Blaze, if it fucking resolves, it's going to kill the creature anyways. So, I thought that was kind of a lame point. But, shout outs to, having to bring up YouTube content providers to somehow, make your point a little bit better. Like, I mean, I'm not down on a guy too bad. I mean, I know who it is. You guys probably know who I'm talking about. Like, it's no real disrespect or whatever. I'm just saying, I'm saying what I'm saying. But if I was gonna make a point, I wouldn't bring up, forum posters or Redditors. I would just make my point. So, but if you need to continue, using YouTube or making your point across, saying, well, I'm going against the grain of what YouTube people are saying, then feel free. Just saying that's not the route I would go. So anyways, let's take this out. So those are the changes we made. I think I went over them all. And haven't played since that well, I haven't played I guess a human since the enchantment debacle. Yeah, I was pretty fucking pissed off. Like, yeah, I called people adult babies when I was, I guess being a baby too. But different kind of babies. Like babies who watch fucking damage effects or play out fucking, that one guy play out double Primal Hunt Beast before lethal. Like, yeah, that's just fucking, open mouth, drooling baby, adult baby, fucking hole cut out in the fucking crotch of the diaper they're wearing, fucking jerking it, fucking that kind of shit. Me just fucking, pissed off that something I worked on and wanted to show off to you guys, just fucking, just got hard countered or fucking shit the bed, whatever, and then me, raging about it. Different kind of baby. But, you know, I'm glad you all got a kick out of it. For those that didn't, oh well. For those that say I whine too much, whatever. I'm sure you guys are all fucking straight up Mahatma Gandhis out there. You know, it's a competitive game. You don't have a competitive cell in your body. Whatever. So good for you guys. So yeah, this is a pretty easy forest, mountain. Forest, mountain, gatekeeper from mountain. And this is pilgrimage. Type deal. This hand basically gonna play itself. We'll see. You're like, oh shit, you're still fucking still in the 20s, you scrub? Yeah, I only play against people on camera. So this is the 12th video I've put out. So here we go. Now I say never get a gate. Okay, let's say for the sake of whatever, if this was a third turn Gate Creeper Vine, like I played a 2-drop before that, and on my turn 3 was Gate Creeper Vine, then yeah, I would, you know, before I play a land, play a Gate Creeper Vine, then get a gate, then play that, because I have no use for that extra 1 mana. But in most cases, you know, I just want to get a fucking, you know, untap mountain. So he's Golgari. This could be the new thing Hakeem showed. I like that deck. I think it needs work. I haven't really commented on the video. I think on the gameplay he showed, he was just needlessly sacking fucking Elvish Visionaries just to dig for his Planeswalkers when, you know, those Visionaries themselves were, you know, a nice clock on their own. So do we have anything to be mana efficient with? We can go Visionary Pilgrimage, or we can just go Incarnate and start threatening. Incarnate won't die to anything. He would need 2 removal spells, which he can't do. You need a Bone Splinters. A Bone Splinters would punish us. But, you know, let's just make him have the Bone Splinters. I'm going to leave open a red even though I don't run fucking Fiery Impulse. I'm not going to bluff a pump spell. If he has Bone Splinters, he has Bone Splinters. Like, I can't play around that at all. But I can play, you know, around Fleshbag Marauder while I have this Gate Creeper Vine sitting there. But it does not look like Hakeem's list because he's running a Sunblade Elf, so it just could be some, you know, beginners Jehovah. What up, Jigga Man? It could just be a funky green-black elf deck, which does not have all the cards unlocked. Ignition off the top. Let's see, we Visionary. Can't really Ignition, so I'm actually going to Pilgrimage first. So I want to threaten a bunch of damage. And I definitely want a Pilgrimage before a Visionary. Play my land. And if he wants to give me his Lissalana and Sunblade Elf for my Incarnate, so be it. I don't want to have to fight through a Lissalana at all. Alright. So again, let's just bluff that we're running Fiery Impulse, because we do have Spell Mastery now. And there's another Incarnate. So 5 lands. I mean, the Guiltleaf Winnower gets us pretty good here. And now he can give -4/-4 to anything, so that's pretty bad. So, like, I don't need to play this Rootbound Crag yet. Let's just threaten more damage. I don't want to give him the Visionary yet. You have 8 mana. So he's just going to take it. And I'm gonna get tricksy here. I'm gonna play my mirror. And for the sake of protecting my incarnate, I'm gonna blow up my mirror and shoot his Scarblade down. If you have a pump spell, so be it. I mean, I figure if he had a pump spell, he would have fucking blocked and played it on incarnate anyways. Okay, caught the Fed. If he swings with Lissalana, I'll double block. He'll lose 2 life and draw 2 cards, but I don't give a shit. Oh, there's a Rogue's Passage. Oh my god, fuck. Okay, so I fucked up. Why did I do that? That was the stupidest thing I've ever seen. I can't believe I did that. I would have lethal next turn. Now I don't. Now I can actually just get languished into oblivion. He would go all the way down to 7. Oh, why am I stupid? Yeah, Deadbridge Shaman. Wild Instincts. That's actually really good. He's gonna lose a life. And we gotta discard. Let's discard that Crag. He's gonna swing a Kothafed. I mean, Ignition is lethal. I mean, I should have had lethal last turn. Okay, let's play Nissa. This time we gotta remember to play the Rogue's Passage. And actually, we just have lethal anyways, because he can't block any of our guys thanks to Kothafed. So we don't even need to plus Nissa. So I get bailed out from my fuck up. And I get the Kothafed kill. Or the Dr. Kotho PhD. Yeah, you can't get out of it, dude. Just save that Gatecreeper Vine. Okay, well, a monumental fuck up on my part. So, you know, when I go back and say there are misplays, and then there are all caps misplays, like, that was an all caps misplay. Like, doing whatever it is, whatever the fuck happened there. I'm not gonna fucking even attempt to explain that. That was just me being stupid. So, shame on me. Fucking rank 22 scrub, don't know what he's doing. But it all worked out in the end, and at least, you know, the viewers got to see a Kotho PhD kill. Yeah, the Nissa wasn't even necessary there. But, you know, again, I didn't realize that until, you know, after I played it, and I was like, oh yeah, he has a fucking Kotho PhD. Alright, we'll see if we can get through 2 more games without, you know, a giant fuck up. But yeah, it was something also to mention about the Reclamation stage. Can blow up your own mirrors to shoot something, so we made use of it that game. And I think actually that Scarblade definitely had the potential to take over if we didn't draw it. Or if we didn't make that play. Because he just fucking eats all our incarnates. I don't even know what is that name? Club Algebra? Yeah, 3 land, Gatecreeper. Clever Garcia. Clever boy. Clever girl. Alright, so we have the Miser's Twin Bolt here. Like, so you really only have... You don't have too much room for spells in this deck, at least in my opinion. So really, we have room for 2. Twin Bolt and Fiery Conclusion. So it could be the Mirror. But he doesn't have a Vine, and I do. So since we do have a turn 3 play... Like I said, even if I didn't, I still want to get a gate here. I'm just going to get another mountain. So the only time you want to get a gate with a Gatekeeper Vine is if you're casting on a turn 3. Or, you're casting it on a turn where, you're not going to be able to make use of that mana. Because I'm gonna Pilgrimage on 3, then Outland Colossus on 5. I don't really care about that right now. I could panic Twin Bolt that right now, but I don't see a need to. I would rather race out to a turn 4 Arbor Colossus. I mean, I'll take 2 damage, but whatever. We have the value leap. Like, even if I Twin Bolted turn 3, turn 4 Pilgrimage, I still want to have Spell Mastery, so whatever. I don't think he has anything that can beat a Colossus in red-green. It's basically who gets it down first. Alright, so no. Alright. So he could have his own Colossus. He must have just drawn that. Otherwise, I don't agree with him playing Nissa over Pilgrimage on turn 3. That just seems wholly incorrect. Hey, and we have the Rogue's Passage. And we have a twin, so we can go do 6, do 12, and then Twin Bolt face for the win, if that's indeed the case. If he swings with Nissa, that's a fucking, easy Titanic Growth. But he doesn't have it. And Might of the Masses will just take him to +2/+2. And there's a Fiery Conclusion. So we'll Rogue's Passage. And then we'll have exactly lethal next turn with making the 12/12 unblockable, and then Twin Bolt face. So there we go. Immediate Rogue's Passage redemption. I don't think he has a single out. Like, it would have to be like, no, there's no outs. Fog is his out. And if he has a Fog, so be it. It'd be funny if he draws with Nissa and shows us the Fog. Let's go, Clown Fiesta. Let's go, Clever Garcia. Clever. XXXXXXX. Like, were there actually other people named Clever Garcia, which is why you needed all the X's? So she's trying to go Royal Ham here. I mean, how many Fogs could he possibly have? And what 5 cards does he have? Like, not even double Fiery Conclusion does it? Don't be a Fog. Alright, another Royal. And if he has the Fog, we can just play Visionary for a blocker. I'm not worried about Nissa. Okay, so there's a Twin Bolt. So he really wants that 2 damage. I mean, I guess he can go next turn Swamp Fleshbag Marauder, and I'd be sad. But he has to have the Fog this turn. And another damage effect watcher, so to me, another adult baby. So, let's just use it. We don't need to play land out pre-combat. Well, we are going to the face. Smorkin. Don't have a fog, dude. Don't have a fucking fog. Alright, game over. So 2 hits. That's got to be kind of disheartening. I would be extremely upset if that happened to me. So yeah, usually like in the red-green mirror, it is he who has the first Colossus. I just put 6 counters on that bitch. I still don't have that quest done. Alright, one more. Again, you know, second take, we made slight adjustments to get our 3 games in, and then we'll move on. So again, for you new guys, you can see, you know, what first came out of my brain, and you can see like how it evolves over time. But yeah, though Nissa is, you know, kind of a scary card. Like, I still think, you know, just turn 4 Colossus fucking right away is better than just panic twin bolting and setting us a full turn behind. Because we theoretically could have got ran over by those Roil tokens. And also, shout out to Force Gaming. He dropped the strategy finally, which is good because now I don't need to rag on him anymore. That was the main reason why like I would rag on that guy, because I'm like what you're showing us is the opposite of a strategy a lot of the time. So I mean, I just snap keep this hand. I don't have a 2-drop, but you know, I'll have 5 mana on turn 4. So you know, turn 3 Pilgrimage, turn 4 Chieftain, and if this dude is on auras, we have a Reclamation Sage. Let's play it out there now. No reason not to. No reason to disguise the fact that we have red. Like, I don't care about that right now. Question is, how many auras can he conceivably throw on that bitch? I don't know. Alright, I'll take 2. I think this is still a pilgrimage turn. Alright, doesn't have anything. Actually, you know what? This is a mirror turn. Because I'm gonna play the Chieftain on 4 anyways. And if I were him, I would swing. I'm actually not gonna block because I want the leap trigger. But at least this discourages him from playing an aura this turn. So I'm actually just gonna take the hit, and then EOT, I'm gonna fucking shoot it. Use your life total as a resource. You got it, pal. Because he probably wants to play something post-combat. Alright. So now he doesn't have a board at all. Hey, look, and we revealed a Kird Chieftain. And I do not know what's happening. Is he leaving already? That's usually what happens when the game freezes up like that, or not. Alright, so just use all our mana efficiently. We'll probably just go Chieftain. Like, I'm not worried about Tragic Arrogance. I mean, I eventually want to draw another land, for sure. But, you know, I don't think his 4-mana play is going to be better than our 4-mana play. And even if he has a Celestial Flare, we can immediately, you know, cash in the Chieftain. I'm the Juggernaut, bitch. Guess what? I'm the motherfucking Reclamation Sage. Now, I don't want to get greedy, because I probably will just cash that in. I don't know yet. I don't know if I want to cash in. I already got a lot of shit to play. So, I mean, I kind of do value that 2 damage. Now, once I hit a 5th land, I can actually, you know, if he plays another Juggernaut, swing with Abandon with the Chieftain. If he blocks, I just buff it. If he doesn't, then I can, you know, leave the mana open to buff the Reclamation Sage and take it out. So, I mean, if he Tragic Arrogance, like, I leap away the Chieftain, and then I'm still, because he'll probably make the Sage the one that lives. So I'll be left with the Sage and Evolutionary Leap to his used up his whole turn. Or a Siege Mastodon. I said I don't want to leap here. There's no need. So just see if I can get the value mirror out of him. Keep his side of the board clear. Make him fear a combat trick. I wish I had the 5th land, but I guess this is a little bit of a better bluff. So, I mean, this eats up our whole turn. Like, you know, I could gamble and try and hit a land with Visionary, but I'm not gonna. So, another, ooh. Alright, now we're gonna have to start making some pilgrimages. Time to start going to Mecca, boys. I mean, I ate my whole turn to kill a 5-drop while still maintaining a board before 4 and a 2/1. Yep. Hey, motherfucker. Let's work. Okay, one of our Royals goes to the bottom, but whatever. I'll probably offer up the Sage here because, you know, the white decks, I mean, he's playing like Jeskai. I want that shit off the board because let's see. Yeah, I have a Revenge mana next turn. I'm not even gonna leap it. There's Hakeem sending me messages. Well, I guess I am recording. Get this shit off my screen. So yeah, so we have Revenge mana next turn. We still only have one mountain, but whatever. But I mean, he's gonna need to have something that beats a guy's Revenge. So we kind of dirtle a little bit. Kithian's Irregulars, not the card he's looking for. And Strider Harness, nope. So the funny thing is, he can actually Strider Harness next turn, and the Irregulars will actually beat the Revenge. Yeah, I played a Crag. I mean, this is a free attack. Like, I don't want to give him the Visionary here. There's no need. because he's not gonna block anyways. Like he's 100% not to block the first hit. But he might block the second one. Okay, that's a card. And unfortunately, we're at 8 mana, so we can't. We need 9 to trample this bitch next turn. That is not the attack you're looking for. Man, he's getting fucking spicy. Or he actually just wants to die. I don't quite understand this math. You're at 8. I have an 8 power attacker. What's this person's name? St. Paul Sims. Stay in school. No, we'll just do the exact damage. I don't know why I did that. I mean, I can see like leaving the automaton back because you know you're gonna gain the life back, which takes you back up to a 2-turn clock. Then you can renown the irregulars, and at least threaten something. It could get to a point where I actually have to leave my revenge back so I don't, die to something stupid. So, shame, shame, shame. Practice your numbers, kids. All right, we're gonna leave on that note. Again, a slight revision, second take, and 3 games. So thanks for tuning in, and hey, look, I didn't cry that game because everything went my way. I didn't lose. Sorry, I'm competitive. Losing sucks, especially losing in that fashion. All right, guys, later.